And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God shall set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now listen what it said. Now, if you just listen to me and do my commandments, I'm going to make you the top nation on earth. You're going to be above everybody. But in order for you to do that, you have to listen to me.
Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field.
He let you know that everything that you put your hand to, everything you affiliated with or belong to you, was going to be blessed.
And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee.
And what's the name of the Lord? The name of the Lord is Israel. He said they're going to be afraid of you because everything you do is going to work.
The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven, to give rain upon thy land in its season, and to bless all the work of thine hand. And thou shalt lend to many nations, and thou shalt not borrow.
He's going to rain on your crops. He's going to bless everything you have. And you're going to loan to many nations. You ain't going to have to borrow from nobody. You're going to be the financiers of the whole planet.
And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail. And thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day, to observe and to do them.
You're going to be above only. That's a strong statement, sisters and brothers. I mean, you can't be nowhere else but on top. No matter where you are, what you're affiliated with, or who you're affiliated with, you are the top dog. It's all that simple. That's a big statement there.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So now, if you don't keep my commandments, which I commanded this day, then all these curses going to come up on you and overtake you. Just like you wouldn't have been able to outrun the blessing, you're not going to be able to outrun the curses. I don't care what you do. He said they're going to come get you. You can set in, they're going to get you. You can shake the fence, they're going to get you. You can make slogans like I'm black and I'm proud, they still going to get you. They're going to overtake you.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Fruit of thy body. Your children just like a curse them. They can get shot or killed anytime. When ain't nobody else trying to shoot or kill them, then they turn around and shoot one another. Simple as that.
The fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
No matter what you find yourself doing, he said you're going to be cursed.
The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shalt be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth.
So once you go out, your enemies are going to beat you. You're going to go out one way at them, and they're going to scatter you and say, you shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. Doesn't matter, no matter where there's a civilization, there's going to be some Israelites there. And once you find them, you're going to know that they're Israelites because their conditions are going to be the same.
The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation whether thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone.
See, we don't know nothing about the gods of this nation. We don't know nothing about the God of Christmas, about the God of Easter, about the God of Sunday. We don't know nothing about the God of going to heaven or the God of the rapture. We don't know nothing about that. The God we knew was always talking about coming here and living among us, not us going up there and flying around with him. We don't know nothing about that. But he said, brought us here to this nation. And what's going to happen when you get here? Go ahead and read.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all the nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
You know what an astonishment is? But they be, look at them people. I can't believe they can live like that. I can't believe they behave.
And you're a proverb and a byword. You know what that is? That is a object of disdain. They don't like you. And they're going to have them bywords are going to be pet names they're going to hang on you. And we got plenty of them, don't we?
Among all the nations. And no matter what nation you go in, you find yourself being labeled with one of them little proverbs or proverbs. And they're always astonished at your behavior and the way that you are living.
Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
And that's what happened. Our sons and our daughters was taken away from us, even in Europe, sisters and brothers, during the Inquisition. And some of them were shipped to spots in South Africa. They was taken away from us, sisters and brothers.
A stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
He said, look, your children going to be going in slavery, captivity, and the stranger that's within you. What do you mean by that? Sisters and brothers, when Israel came out of Egypt, it was a mixed multitude. People from a whole lot of different nations. He didn't pick one, he picked them all. Now you tell me, who is it that you are above? Nobody. Edom selling your cars, Ishmael selling your gas, Indian selling your donuts. Mexicans are cutting your yard, and the Koreans are selling you weed. Everybody around you that is selling to you look like somebody else.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
See, you just reversed it. This stranger's going to lend to you, but you ain't going to be able to loan to him. Go ahead and read.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Go ahead.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee.
See, because we would not keep those laws, especially the 10 Commandments, you're going to be cursed wherever you are. And all you got to do is look at how many things has happened to us as a people and see whoever has suffered the same thing that we suffered.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
You should look at some of them old slave pictures and what happened when they got this iron thing on your neck. You can't even lay down. All you got to do is look around and see who this has happened to, sisters and brothers.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there shalt thou serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
And we're going to do that. And we're doing it right now in this country and a whole lot of other countries. We serving gods that our fathers knew nothing about. Nothing. Skip down to verse 66 and go ahead.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life.
In short, sisters and brothers, you can get killed anytime. You're most likely to get killed than anybody else in this country or in other countries where you've been scattered. So your life is hanging in balance all the time. If you ain't getting killed, then you don't have enough right medical. You don't have a lot of stuff that you should have to live a long life. You just out here because your God put you out here. And look what else he said. Skip down to verse 6 to 8 and read it.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
He said he's going to bring you into Egypt again. To us, Egypt is the house of bondage. He already told you he's going to take you out of the world, so you ain't going back to the land of Egypt. The house of bondage, slavery, by ships. Feet, head, stacked like boards. Even animals wasn't treated that bad when they brought them on ship. Think about it, sister.